Yo, 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 yo. This is Thru Waters in the mix. Back with another one and another flick. Love and light to everyone who is watching this video. And this is Blazin' Through Walks episode 14. And the time is now 8:29, almost 8:30 in Greenwich Mean Time and also in London Dublin time. Anyways, how you lot been doing? Me? My head has been crammed with a lot of things right now, not gonna lie. A few days ago I haven't been making like music lately. I just made like a new post on Instagram showing where I was at with a new track that I made. So yeah, so obviously I'm back on it right now. I should be back on track, you know what I mean? Because I kind of know a little bit of where I stand and in my 10 toes, you know what I'm saying? Like just trying to find out what I can do within this job life and home life, you know what I mean? Just like trying to find the right balance between the two. But yeah, like literally like a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks, something like that, like I finally, after all of these years, got full-time opportunities. You know what I mean? Like two of them, to be exact. The rest of the other ones is just like yeah, didn't really get said it, but like 2 opportunities, full-time. However, there is a upside and downside to this, right? Yes, full-time opportunities. If I wanted a full-time, like great. I've been wanting like full-time for like ages right now, you know what I mean? And yeah, a little bit happy that I got them. But I got to a point where I have to select which one that I wanted to pick, basically, between the 2 or 3 jobs that I had. The main one, well, not necessarily the main one anymore, because the thing is, I got misinformed in the first place that the job was actually 0-hour contract after I just had the interview. You see what I'm saying? But the other opportunity I have is a fixed contract full-time. But at the interview, I was told at the other job that is also a fixed contract as well. I mean, I'll be able to do full-time. But when I got onto the training stage, I found out otherwise. Like, and I have to be very, very, very critical about this, right? Like for real, this is like, what is with certain job descriptions misinforming people about the contract hours? Like, for real. Because obviously, man is looking for a fixed contract, and I really like, don't want to be taking up too much of the 0-hour offers through agencies, because I have like a fairly good number already that I really signed up to. I don't want to be doing another 0-hour. Like, it just doesn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, 0 hours is opposed to like, well, for me anyway, like, it's supposed to help you like sustain and like get some income until you find like an actual proper setting or footing for full time, whether you want to progress through a career or through educational purposes. If you want to go for uni, you want to progress through there. You know what I mean? I didn't have like a backup job in the meantime just to keep up with the funds. But yeah, like this is just a real life example, right? So basically, Um, I was taking a training at Guinness, and and also as well, like I originally wanted to go for like a bartender role, but basically I gave my little description as to my skill set and all that, so they'll find the right fit for me tailored to my skill set and also what it states on my CV. So instead of me being a bartender, I'm as a barback now if I got the opportunity and after I finished training. And obviously with training, it is highly recommended that you attend the days of the training to get the best out of what you've learned, right? Well, I'm at a situation where I can't attend every day because I got my 0-hour shifts that I have to do that has been put prior. You know, my security and shit. And I'm still doing that, by the way, and I have to prioritize the shifts that I've booked and confirmed. So I can't really attend the training days every day. Actually, you know, there was even a matter of chance where, like, I won't be able to work as a. Oh shit! I won't be able to work as a barback from my side, and also their side, and it came to fruition. You know what I mean? And their side, because I've been in LA a couple of times, can't lie, but from my side, I had another opportunity where I could work Monday to Friday, which is the other job that I'm talking about, which is a fixed contract. There's nothing to do with no 0-hour contract. It's a fixed thing, Monday to Friday, which is the fundraising job. And of course, you guys know what I'm going for, you know what I mean? I don't really have to say much. Plus they play weekly and Guinness pays monthly. And it's ideal, but can't lie, I feel like companies should just say what it is. Like, from the moment you post it, make sure it is exactly what it is. Don't throw people off on the day they first attend the scene, because it's like, what the hell? Almost. Like, I wanted something that's fixed. Like, literally, I asked that for like the first day that I landed. I wanted like something fixed. I wanted like fixed full time, you know what I mean? Not 0-hour contracts like full time. You know what I mean? I don't even know it would probably was such thing. I just thought like 0-hour contract would probably be part time, but you know, you learn something new every day. There is a 0-hour contract full time. You know what I mean? But they said that they'll get it close to it. For the full timers, they'll get as close to full time as much as possible. I'm just like, getting close to it. Like, why not just like be it? You know what I mean? Like, getting close to it. It's just like, so basically what they're saying that they may get me to work like less hours as if I was going to do that part time, but I signed up for full time. You know what I mean? It's just, well, I mean, I understand it's like the company's needs and whatnot, but anyways, I had to like what do you call it? What's the word? Not necessarily pick my poison, but you know what I mean. But I just had to like choose one. But yeah. Yeah, I wanted something that's fixed on the first day that I land, and you know, and I thought that it says on the Indeed description. I mean, it did. When I first read it, it says like I could do full time. I signed up for full time. It's like 40 hours. know what I mean? That's what it said on Indeed. You know what I mean? Don't really matter about the training, but like after the training is over, like give me like what I signed up for, what I put in my application for. Like I'm pretty sure when I hop on Indeed, there's like the filter option where it's like, oh yeah, this is full time, and even if it's like, you know, they got part-time options, like the full time is there. And after carefully analyzing the description, not just go by like the top what do you call them, like the top labels and whatnot, after analyzing the description, like it says that I can actually do full time, not getting close to it, like getting close to it. But yeah, my mom was like just giving me what I signed for, so I'm not under this dilemma anymore, because yeah, like after like this whole thing about me getting tripped up into like 0-hour contracts again, things became slightly easier with the information that I got from both of these companies. So yeah, man, I don't like when they throw people off and not give the employees what they ask for. Not gonna lie, I would have been easier just left to get this and just focus on the fundraising job, you know. And that's literally what I thought. But at the same time, I had them in my mind where I was like, yeah, I had like one opportunity to work at the bar before, which I did during like the beginnings of the COVID outbreak. I had the opportunity to work as a bartender before. So let me just see how like things move. So the update is now, and even with the fundraising, yeah, there's been like a lot of talks about what training is this, like what training is happening and where the training is going to take place and this, that and the third. Like, and they had like a few training start dates, and it's just about like me picking one where like I can actually do and attend. You know what I mean? And a couple of those I couldn't attend because of the training, because I legitimately thought that the Guinness one is full time and just like not really the type to like throw people off to do like 0-hour contracts. You know what I mean? And yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, but it all turned out that I'm going to take on this fundraising job in the next couple of days. So yeah, like I have a feeling there's going to be like outside work, but so that's just have to like wrap up warm and shit in this cold ass weather. But yeah, man, it's just like I'm not even sure if this is a rare moment for anybody, but even still, like this is exactly why you don't throw people off. Like, it's called a job hunt for a reason. Like, I'm doing like mad job hunts. Like, I've been doing like quick applications and some applications where I have to apply through the company. You know what I mean? Like, it's really, really, really demanding for me to get full-time fixed contract. You know what I mean? It's really, really demanding for me. And yeah, because 0-hour contract say I'm not looking for 0 hours ideally. Like, I'm not. And yeah, I just find that shit a little bit, it's a little bit impractical for some reason. I you just throw people off, and even if you don't have like these flex contracts available, like I was at the interview with you like first time, and I heard yes I can do full time. I didn't hear there's no guarantee or it's highly unlikely this, that, or the other. I would have even appreciated if you asked if I could do 0 hours. Once I level up and get better on my career path, and then they would prioritize me to do a fixed contract or a highly paid salary. It wouldn't have been ideal, but I would have been more happier during the interview process, and I would have actually taken it if he actually said it in the interview. But I mean, after like the interview done, like I'm in training now, and it's just like it left me like, what to pick and all that. It's just a bit, yeah. On first training day, yeah, just say what it is for in it, like from the interview at least, so you don't like throw people off. That's my thing. And there's just timings, like when you say things, because I would have done training with the fundraising thing the first time, because they was offering full time, but yeah, no, actually no, I'm actually not sure, because they did say that the training is going to happen almost every day, so I'm given that, so I'm not sure about that one. So, but I mean, it still would have been a sticky one. But I mean, I would have liked to give bartending or just working at a bar a go, but the other job pays weekly, and not gonna lie, there are some similarities between being a fundraiser and a brand ambassador, which I've done before. I've been a brand ambassador before, but yeah, there's some similarities in terms of like skill set and what to do, things that and the other. You're still talking to customers, you're still trying to gravitate them towards signing up for like charities and things like that. So yeah, a few days before, I had little two chats before I actually come to a consensus of what I really wanted to do. And yeah, it was to do the fundraising because they had a better, slightly suitable salary pay option. Otherwise, it'll be a much tougher call to make, and I need something like guaranteed, But yeah, anyways, cold. Don't even get me started. And I believe it was on Sunday, like literally last week Sunday, where it was like, I was just working at some shift in Twickenham, and it became so cold, like all of a sudden, because Saturday now, and I remember, like, being out last week Saturday, it was cold, but it was like tolerable. It was like, it feels like it was like 12, 13 degrees. But now it just like drops like dramatically, like -6 below. You know what I mean? Now I'm talking about like taking away, not -6 degrees, I'm talking about taking away. So it was like from 13 to 6, that's like 7 degrees, 6 degrees. You know what I mean? Well, the real answer is 7, but it's around about those figures, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was tolerable on Saturday. Yeah, really, really cold. Even when I'm wearing like gloves now, like, still doesn't really help. I can still feel the bite a little bit from this cold. But yeah, back on the grind again with this video making. Yeah, what else is on the menu? The lifestyle menu was not really a lifestyle menu, it's more of like the news on the outside now. Max B, he's out, He's been out for a few days. I saw that little clip where he played that Sexy Love tune out of his old mixtape. I believe it was that from that Destiny Child beat, which is also a Knife Wonder beat from a producer point of view. But I'm actually gassed, and I feel that people are starting to realise who he is. You know, a lot more stuff, you know, in this day and age is being targeted, you know what I mean? And people be looking at information on someone if they just come out of jail, wondering what, and people are gonna have that their views, like such views be like, oh, he shot someone at a hotel back in 2009, he should, you know, rot in hell and this, that, and the other, you know what I mean? But, you know, his mixtapes can't deny, like, he's been out there, the Jim Jones and French Montana situation, like, he's been through mad ways, I imagine, like, literally. And I personally do a thing to do myself, like, and it doesn't really matter, like, who he is. I just bang on, like, playlists if it comes from my life, listening to a person's music. And, you know, like, truth be told, like, bro, P. Diddy or R. Kelly, like, say what you will on it, but yeah, the music doesn't really like separate from, well, I mean, to a degree, the music separates to a degree from a human being, you know what I mean? But you get my point, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really matter like who he is. I just bang on the playlist if it comes from my life listening to it. And, you know, truth be told, I was put in a spot where I never really had like much access to anything when Max B came out. It was more of like Lil Wayne mixtape stuff that I've listened to right at that time. Mixtape Weezy as well, because it was a time of the rise of the Carter 3, which was like at that time I would say around about 2007 to the year where he had like the Carter 5 and he left like Cash Money because of the heat exchanges he had with Baby, aka Birdman. Like, he was everywhere. Like, mixtape Weezy, mixtape era, like, he was everywhere. Like, the mixtape era, yeah, like, that was an underrated thing, bro. Like, that was an underrated thing, like, a couple decades ago. Like, thing like this, despite the popular opinion that, oh, like, 90s music was the best era, like, the mixtape era now, like, running through the noughties, that was a thing. Man, I used to blaze like Dat Piff, mixtape madness. I believe that World Star Hip Hop was still a thing until it became like a controversial thing, pretty much like the Shade Room, Shade Borough, but you know what I mean? And I even remember like Spliff TV when it came out. I don't even know like what happened to that one. But yeah, like, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, Instagram as well. Yeah, that's another one. But yeah, like, not gonna lie. Lil Wayne had that run for real. Like, from 2007 to 2015, 16. Like, Lil Wayne had that 10-decade run, bro. Rick Ross too. You know what I mean? Rick Ross, can't deny Rick Ross had that run. 50 Cent, obviously. The Game. When they went back and forth and all that, D-Block, like, but Lil Wayne especially, even, bro, got to lie, even early Drake, like, so far gone, and the comeback Drake, you know what I mean? Like, and he did that freestyle, or did a spin on a Jay-Z track, Ignorant Shit, along with Weezy. But yeah, that was a hard track when I listened to it, can't lie. But yeah, like, when millennials, all your Gen Z groups banned Drake, Weezy, hardcore, like the mixer era, that time was massive. Like, Wiz Khalifa, even the UK scene in mixtape era was popping. Pure Coke, Volumes, Mash Town, Green Block, SN1, with Gigs, John Wayne, Cashtastic, Benny Banks, who else? Squeaks, DVS. Like, I guess I kind of understand why, in a sense where there's less, I would say, in the mixtape era scene, like why it's so underrated, that is just there's less conscious rap, you know what I mean? And there were much of people giving you know, like positivity, like inspiring wisdom at that time, you know, inspiring the youth. And it was more of like the street life, and it was in promotion, and gangbanging within that era, you know what I mean? And I think with like that particular era as well, is almost like when you're making like mixtapes and all that, it's almost like you're a free agent, almost. Like you could work like pretty much anywhere. Like I could be wrong as well, like could be wrong, but it's like you're a free agent, and you can work like anywhere, and you know, like pretty much the shit that I do at home, you know, when I'm making my beats. And you could just like make a mixtape that you can freestyle on random beats, and you happen to be the most popular and most talked about, just like when Giggs did it with Talking the Hardest, the national anthem, and that was like a beat before he had it. Like, to put out mixtapes around that time, other than I guess complying with the TNC, there's literally no restrictions. And you know how big that format is. It had influenced many of the platforms you see today, where you'll be able to share content without means of a label, like doing all the work for you. Like, I can imagine some artists had to get in mad trouble. Like with the Max B situation, like they get in like mad trouble with the law, but at the same time, that particular motive and topic of the storyline had contributed to the influence of the mixtape era heavily. And literally, I don't think they're too fussed with penalization and restrictions, things like that. You could just like literally put it out there. I think it can be like the songs in the tape can be like an hour or 2 hours to make of a rapper freestyling on other artists' instrumentals, like crazy. And you had earlier sharing platforms such as LimeWire, Napster. That's what LimeWire I grew up on, mostly though, because I was like when I got first introduced to like music sharing, and you know, that was a thing. But yeah, the mixtape era actually, to an extent, did a lot for the internet culture. That was like, I would have to say that it was like the golden era equivalent in the 90s on the internet, literally. And it's just so many classes that reminded me of a particular moment, negative or positive, but it just reminds me of like many moments, like literally many moments. But yeah, Max B was definitely one of the head honchos of that time. And I think ASAP Mob, Flatbush Zombies, sorry, ASAP Mob, Flatbush Zombies, Taylor Gang, Chief Keef, oh shit, Chief Keef and other Chicago drillers went on to pass the torch, and then there was drill in the UK came, and then here we are. So yeah, like we're talking early mixtape days, people. But yeah, shout out to the boss Don Bigavell. But yeah, another episode done. Took so long, but honestly, I'm just trying to find my routine to find the shit, you know what I mean? And maybe it's high time I should just talk about other related news more than just using myself on there, but really. But yeah, we out. Love and light to anyone who is watching this video. Thru is going to be out, and yeah, looking to get back on track with my music and hopefully to come with more videos frequently. And yeah, pray for me to find like a, you know, better footing than I was yesterday. Like, it's getting better, but I want a better footing, you know what I mean? I'm just praying that, you know, with all my hard work and with my dedication to like to do well, to find the right balance in life, essentially work and home, outside even, because yeah, it's all good. You know what I mean? So I don't know, even though I'm progressing, I'm still actually wondering why on certain things, but that's just for another time. But stay tuned for many future episodes to come. And it's Thru Waters signing out. I'm about to head indoors quickly as soon as possible after I press stop. So yeah, peace guys.